Last time on Lawful Stupid. You guys come across the land bridge. Towering over you is one intimidatingly scary brown bear.
Lucian is like channeling this necrotic energy through his hand into this bear's face.
He turns and he runs away.
Where are we going again? Oh, back to town. Right.
Purified that lake. That was neat.
Yeah, and we've got the gnome here to tell our story.
Yeah, well, shoot, I'll tell you what, it's been one heck of a ride. You make it into Junga, and you see that none of the lights in the rest of town are on. Oh, shoot, today's the election.
William uses disguise self and turns into Mayor Shankar. I am a charlatan. I have been pouring poop water on this town for weeks.
Everyone in the entire area begins to clap. Congratulations, everyone. You have passed the test again. This was to see how you cooperated with Breeze, your field agents, and how you did when you were out in the field. And poof, you're back in your room.
Welcome back. So glad you all made it in one piece. If you can meet me in the debrief room, we'll make sure to get some good snacks and talk about your trip.
Everybody, welcome to Lawful Stupid, and this is the final Downtime episode of Arc 1, and we're going to be running through some events for our boy, Lucian. Hey, Lucian.
Oh, hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, well, no, thanks for being here. We're just going to kind of recap, and you're going to play in character, you know, like the stuff you did during your downtime after your first mission. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Okay, cool.
I'm just a little boy.
I know, well, you know, we all are at some point. I think we all have a little boy inside of us. Everyone does. All right, so first things first. Just like
I'm the realist.
Had to. That's how we. Yeah, well, that's another. We'll talk about that then. You've got to go do the job that you've been given. Well, kind of given. You kind of chose it at the KNG after your first mission. You've got to fill in between missions, kind of pull your own weight, sort of thing. And so you decided to do what?
It occurs to me, it's been brought to my attention that some things have been said in previous episodes. Let it be known that Lucian had every intention to go to the horse stables, but then he got lost and wound up in the kitchen.
Oh, I love this.
So
I love this. Play that out. So you're heading to stables, and your Palm Pilot that you got, you know, I think maybe you just fat fingered it or something.
Yeah.
And so you think you're heading to said stables.
I thought I went to put in stables, but I just put tables, and they were like, oh, restaurant.
Mm-hmm. Yep. KNG HQ Delicioso.
Yep.
And so you're kind of questioning if this is the right way, but you trust the technology they've given you.
I do.
And you end up walking into this restaurant all the way through. It's an empty restaurant right now. The hours of operation are not current. And you walk into the back, and there are several chefs in the back. White coats, white hats, hairnets if they're not wearing a hat. But they are cooking. Looks like they're prepping for a meal of some kind.
Hi. I think I'm in the wrong spot. I was supposed to show up for work today.
And they all kind of, some are like, you know, whisking things, some are flipping, some
are whisking. Some are whisking. For sure.
Whisking. And they look over and then just go back to doing their thing.
Does anybody need any help?
I need help. Come here. And you see, coming from like another back room area is a medium-sized orc. I'd say like 6'3", orc female, half orc female rather. Long hair pulled back in a braid. Also in like a chef's outfit. And everyone seems to stand up a little straighter, seems to whisk a little harder, flip a little higher in the air.
Wait. Is this the best song that anyone's ever written?
I don't know.
When you're around, I seem to whisk a little harder, seem to flip a little higher, seem to go a little farther, seem to find your gaze tonight.
Yes, it is.
Go ahead.
I need your help. Come to me.
Yes, right away.
And so she just like motioned over, like 2 fingers, like telling you to follow her, and you go into this back area. It's like an office area set up.
Devin.
Mm-hmm.
I have a very important question.
Oof, I don't know if I can answer this. Let's see.
It's come to me from everyone collectively is asking the same question. She thick?
She is thick. 2 C's.
Would you say more so or less so thick than a Snicker?
Oh, thicker than a Snickers for sure.
Okay, good to know. All right. Thank you for that.
Yeah. So you have gone into this office-like area, which really is just an extension of like a storage area. They've kind of made into like there's like a desk in here. Maybe this is like the part-time break room if they ever get a break. Sure. She sits down in the chair and kind of moves over like a couple boxes for you to sit on.
I sit on the boxes.
And she, without looking at you, she pulls some papers out and she's kind of looking at them, pulls a pen out and says, "What is your name?"
I'm Lucian Bright.
Lucian Bright. Good.
And what is your name?
Not important right now. Lucian Bright.
How do you spell that?
Come again?
How? Not important now?
Not important. I was saying it is not important. Listen to me.
Oh, I thought that was your name.
No, name is Corabo. This character is brought to you by Faye. I'm not using it as she intended, but here it is. Corabo.
Corabo? Where's it? What kind of name is that? Where's that come from?
Orc. My pappy gave it to me, so it is Corabo.
Oh, so that's not even your code name. You've just given me your true name.
Straight up and down. Lucian Bright, what skills do you have in the kitchen?
Oh, I'm pretty good with fire, and I'm pretty good with. I've got a knife that I know how to use pretty good.
Perhaps fillet knife. Fillet knife.
Like a dagger.
Like a dagger.
I pull it off my belt, but I'm pretty good with it.
Is he actually good, like flipping it in his like hands and stuff?
I mean, he just kind of is making like cutting gestures,
like stab him.
pantomiming chopping a carrot.
Okay, she's
like slowly sliding it.
Yes. Okay. Anything else?
I have a positive attitude.
That will get you very far in the kitchen.
And I work great with it as part of a team.
We shall see. Listen, I run a tight ship around here.
Oh, I am no good at sea.
I also do not like jokes or puns.
Oh, okay, me either.
I do enjoy an occasional dessert, and I like people who show up to work on time.
Okay.
I can teach you the things you don't know. How does this sound to you? Acceptable?
Yeah, of course.
What's your favorite thing to eat?
My favorite thing to eat? Well, I also have a sweet tooth. Flambe.
And second?
A nice hearty soup. A cold winter's day.
I don't care when. I care about what.
With some dark bread. Fresh.
Listen. You will be on soups.
It smells like juniper berries.
You can stop now. I want you to take care. Work with Genevieve on soups. She will show you the way. It is very easy it's hard to mess up this job. You will do a good job. Be provided with some credits. Call it a job and be on your way. I expect you here at 8 a.m. every morning till 12 a.m. You will help cook the lunches. Sometimes you will have KP. Otherwise, any questions?
1. What's KP?
It's kitchen patrol.
I have to patrol the kitchen?
Yes, well, you are on the lookout for dirty dishes, any naysayers, any troublemakers, any spots on the floor. Also, I love a clean kitchen as much as I love a clean cafeteria. So always out for cleaning up spots. Messes. Don't want them.
Understood.
Any questions?
Nope. That's pretty much everything.
Great. Lucien Bright, it has been very nice to meet you. Indeed. I expect to see you tomorrow morning.
You got it.
Well, and let me also give you a tour so that you are familiar with the area in which you'll be working.
Okay.
And she walks back out into the main kitchen. And again, you notice now, obviously, that everything is like pristine. Everything is shiny. Everything has its place, just so. And as she's walking out, there are some things that maybe are tilted just even a little bit. The knives that hang are maybe just a little off. And as she talks to you, she fixes those items as she walks by. And I don't know all the parts to a kitchen, so we're just going to go ahead and play along with just some generic things.
There's a stove.
There's a stove. It is to heat the food that people will eventually eat. We have a large refrigerator for our refrigerated items, and that's where they will go. And everything has a place. They are labeled alphabetically and then by color, and they are refreshed every 2 days. We have new stocks that come in to replace those things. I never serve anything over 3 days old. Nothing. I don't care how long it keeps. No longer than 3 days. If you see a sticker on it for an older date, you throw it away.
Oh. Can I be in charge of that?
Of throwing the things away?
Yeah, making sure that everything's fresh.
Brittany! And this girl comes running. Brittany! Yes, Crubbo. Or yes, Chef. Brittany, you're off throwaway duty. You don't have to check the dates anymore. Lucian Bright. Say his name? Lucian Bright. Yes, Lucian Bright. He's going to take care of the dates. So don't worry about that anymore. Understand, Brittany? Yes, Chef. And she runs away. Lucian Bright, you're a great volunteer.
Thanks. I live to please.
Don't give me that smug look. Back to the tour.
Okay.
Lucian Bright, where are you from?
Oh, me? I'm from Taggart.
The dirtiest of cities.
I wouldn't say it's the cleanest. No, ma'am.
What is the delicacy there?
The big thing that everybody seems to be crazy about is this. It is Taggart Taffy. Taggart Taffy.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet we do not have currently. Could you make it?
Yes, I've made it before for the fair.
Taggart Taffy. Great. Add it to inventory. Brittany!
They call it Taggart's tongue twisting taffy because it's so good, and it coats your mouth, and you can't talk right for at least 15 minutes.
Brittany! Yes, Chef. I want you to escort Mr. Lucien Bright here to the nearest candy station. Give him all the ingredients he needs. Assist him in making this Taggart tongue-twisting taffy. Do you understand me? Yes, Chef. Yes, Chef. Mr. Lucien Bright, come with me.
Sure thing.
Thank you, Brittany. You guys sound exactly the same. Come with me, Mr. Lucien Bright.
All right. Sure thing.
And Lucien?
Ma'am.
It's yes, Chef from now on.
Yes, Chef.
And she turns and she goes back to like looking at some of the other stations that are set up, how the food is arranged, and just you can hear her out of earshot, but still loud enough not to know what she's saying exactly, but you can hear her berating some other people or just correcting them along the way. And I don't know if you want to have a conversation with this Brittany girl who just showed up out of nowhere, but we sure can.
Hey, what's up, Brittany?
Puts a mustache on.
Can I ask one very important question?
Yeah.
She thick?
She is not.
No, we don't need to have that. We can skip that.
Okay. All right. So you leave from doing your job there, this half day, and first batch of your taffy wasn't as good as you thought it might be.
That adds up.
But you'll work on it. You've got time, and Chef seems to be pretty excited about possibly having that as a new item on the menu for whatever reason. But there's something else you want to do because you care about these people, and even though you've joined the K&G, your attention and care for people has not waned in any way. And so you find out via Misery that there is like a hospital, a ward here. It is up in the schools area, like an infirmary. And they do take a mixture of students who are injured and also K&G members who are injured, still under the guise of, they're just professors for whatever reason. And so I think you want to take a trip there, you mentioned?
Yeah, I think that, if we're not actively, training or, doing stuff, Lucian comes over here every day to just burn his spell slots and just do everything he can,
Perfect. So you plug in on your little Palm Pilot thing there, ward. Takes you up a couple floors into the main grounds of the school and kind of off to one section of the school. And it's a pretty large facility. It's like almost 2 stories worth of infirmary care. You've got your outpatient on the first floor, and you've got some of your more long-term stuff on the second floor. What would you like to do? Which area would you like to visit?
Well, I think if I see any sort of nursing staff or any sort of hospital staff, I would kind of want to go introduce myself.
Yeah, okay. And so I think maybe you run into, and actually this is going to be another patron character.
Oh, so many!
I know. I'm trying to get it because I got yelled at today.
I didn't get hardly any in, so rock and roll.
One of the comments was, "Here's my character again," because Shane didn't use him. Hold on. Let's see. So this character, his name is going to be
use
Rothgar.
that one right now. Rothgar.
No, this is not that person. And this is from Primus. Primus sent this character to us. Rothgar Truanville. He is a dwarf.
Good name.
And you kind of see he's kind of he's wearing a nurse's like the frocks or whatever with the one pocket. He's got a stethoscope on. He's got a fanny pack up front with you see some bandages kind of sticking out of the front of that as well. A band-aid or two. Just several things all over pockets all around him. The scrubs they're red scrubs. And so I think he's the first person you bump into. He's filling out some paperwork.
Excuse me. My name is Lucian, right? And I just thought maybe I could be of help. I am skilled in healing magics, particularly injuries, not so much diseases.
Oh, good idea. Yeah, we could use a lot of help up there, and especially the second floor. Seems like we've gotten quite a handful of recent, and he kind of leans in and whispers, he's like, operatives who've got themselves in a pickle and not able to find themselves out of that pickle as easy as they'd like to be. So I think if you know what, follow me, and he kind of signs a document, hands it back to the head nurse there. It says, a thank you, and she nods. Follow me on up, and we'll kind of show you a place around it. You new here yourself?
Yeah, more or less.
First mission's over, yeah?
Yeah.
How was it?
It wasn't what I expected, but I don't really know what I expected, so.
Yeah, which one did you get? Which mission was it?
We had to deal with a lake.
Like a lake monster, or was it a like a sewage problem?
It was like a sewage issue, like a hygiene and order kind of.
Yeah, I don't know who did that one, but they seem to think it's quite funny to send people on that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Anyways, well, you know, it takes a certain breed of individual to care to come here as like a volunteer staff, or were you placed here for a job? As you know, your job is a normal job.
No, I'm working in the kitchens right now.
Boy, I'm sorry.
Well, it's all right. It's good to do. People need, you know, strong, healthy diets if they're going to be well. So it goes hand in hand.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah. So, what do you got to offer us in terms of, you know, healing up some of our injured?
I can heal loads of people.
Okay, and we honestly don't have too many healers here. We've only got like 3 or 4 on staff full time.
Yeah, show me what you got.
Yeah, okay. And so he goes up, and there's a hallway, and it's not a huge area really. There's probably 4 sections. One is magical injuries, kind of like it's like magical injuries. One is like burns straight up. There's another one's for amputees, and then there's one for just like general sicknesses. I don't know which one you want to visit.
We'll do burns first, I think.
Burns. Yeah, mate. This one's kind of a nasty one to be in. I don't know if you've dealt with many people who've experienced burns, but they're much worse than, I mean, maybe even amputees. And the magical is always very strange to deal with, but burns, like, I don't know which your experience was that.
I know the signs well. I've treated burns before.
All right, well, I tell you this: we've got a couple kids in here too, and like young kids. We take in it's kind of like a hospital area. We don't advertise it too much, but we do take in, you know, extreme circumstances, people from outside the school, students outside the school. We've got bugs everywhere, so we know about this stuff. So
then we're wasting time. Let's go.
Okay, yeah, right on. So he brings you in, and there are a few adults, and it looks like mostly their hands are burned, maybe from training, like a half a face that's been bandaged up. But you see, in one of the beds, a young girl, and she looks very much like your girl from episode 1.
Looks like her, or is her?
No, she looks like it. Reminds you of her. You know, just like the little frail body she had, because if she ever ate was candied, her teeth were rotted out.
Yeah,
but she looks pretty destitute.
What a terrible goblin she was.
And she's got burns on, looks like a majority of her body, like maybe except for her hands and feet for whatever reason. Yeah, this one came in to us a couple days ago. She's been unconscious ever since. We've been just trying to keep her pain free. I imagine if we release the magic that we've got on her, then poor thing will just, I don't know, just the pain will probably overtake her.
I understand.
But we've seen worse. We've got hope. We've seen worse.
Okay. How many people are in this particular ward?
I would say there are 7. There are 12 beds total. 7 of them are filled.
A fortuitous number.
Oh yeah. Yeah, go for it. What you got?
I'm going to. Which one of them looks the least burnt?
So there's a guy, like I said, who maybe was using like just learning the magic, and both of his hands are pretty burned up, but they're wrapped. But you can tell that's obviously what's burned on him. So he's lucid, he's awake.
I give him some finger guns real quick, and then I gather up the other 6. And I go,
I was realizing you were like, sorry, bro.
Yeah. Who here is faithful?
And the ones who are conscious, I'd say, out of those 6, 4 of them are conscious, and they all kind of look over at you, and they're just looking at you.
Hi, I'm Lucian.
They're not looking at you like you're weird. They're just looking at you because they're defeated. You know, they're in pain, and they're just kind of not sure what's going on.
Anybody here faithful to the gods?
I am, sir.
Oh yeah? Who do you worship?
Nova.
Nova. That's Our Lady of Light. She can do some pretty amazing things. If everybody would for me, if you're faithful, or just if you want to give it a try, say a little prayer with me.
And they all of them close their eyes, kind of bow their heads a little bit.
And we stay there in silent prayer for 10 minutes. And
spell.
Yeah, for the spell. For 10 minutes we pray, and as this happens, I think this light kind of begins to radiate from in the center of us, and you can see kind of some of these burns beginning to almost looks like the burned parts of them are being eaten away and replaced with, clean, healthy new flesh. And I'm casting Prayer of Healing.
Yeah. So per the spell, does that like give a certain amount of HP back, or what does it do? We're gonna flavor it up, but
it's up to 6 creatures heal 2d8 plus spell casting modifier.
Okay. For narrative purposes, what we're gonna do is the 4 who were conscious, they're kind of their minor burns. What I would call minor burns is a small portion of their bodies. They notice, like, if they're wrapped, suddenly a lot of the pain they've had begins to go away. And I think even the parts that are hurting are like kind of glowing through their bandages a little bit. And there's like even like a heat, but not a heat, of course, that would burn, like hurts. It's like a warm, welcoming heat. And then the bodies of the 2 children who were burned begin to kind of have like a faint glow around them. And you see a lot of the burns on their faces not going away. The scars aren't necessarily going away, but it seems like that really deep burn that they've had becomes less like the black mar to a red to a pink color. And they both kind of like wake up and mate, what did you do?
I just prayed, and then Nova did the rest.
We've got healers that have been here forever and haven't been able to do this kind of thing. I don't know where you come from, but Nova, praise Nova, and they all kind of are like, thank you, praise Nova. And even the people who maybe weren't, you don't know if they're believers or not, praise Nova. And I don't know if you want to talk to anyone specifically in here about this. Everybody
hold tight and try to feel better. I've got some more people to see. I'm gonna walk over to old boy with the hands that I did. I'm gonna give him a cure wounds real quick.
Mm-hmm. He same thing. I'll say same thing. Kind of like scars don't heal up necessarily, but the pain gone, and he has like some better flesh on those hands. Can't use them right away, but he's still much quicker than he would have.
I'm gonna go to the amputee room and I'm gonna do it again because I can do that twice a day.
So, in the amputee room, obviously you wouldn't be regrowing limbs, but you'd be healing those trunks a lot faster than they would be. And people are just so grateful, and you're like a miracle worker coming into this place. And Rothgar is following you all around, in each place you go to, and he's just documenting kind of what you're doing as you do it.
Yeah, I think I'm just going through every spell slot that I've got. I'll leave myself 1 level 1 spell slot, just for shits and gigs. But yeah, I'll explain to Rothgar like, hey, like I've only got so much power that Nova lends me per day, but if I don't need it elsewhere for missions or something, I'm at your disposal.
Oh, I don't know what to say. I'm blown away. I mean, you've got to come back. I mean, like you said, I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, but it seems like you've got a call in here that you could come back here and help us. And I could even, if you don't want to go to the kitchen every day and be with Chef Carabo, then we could certainly use you here. And you're much more needed here than you are preparing food anywhere else.
Well,
you can do both. I'm not trying to take you away from anything. Everyone's got their role at K&G.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, you saw it took 20 minutes, and then now I'm spent. I'm not a trained healer or a doctor. I'm not much good at doing anything else, but I can still go chop some potatoes.
You know, afterwards. I think if you work side by side with some of the healers that we do have, their technique, along with your just imbued power, could probably help save a few slots you've got to use or what energy you've got to expend. I don't know if you'd be willing, but we'd love to train you up there.
Well, I'll think about it.
Yeah, anytime. Mr. Lucian, I call you Lucian?
Yeah. Lucy, some people call me.
Well, I'll call you whatever you want. Thank you so much. People are going to be they're not going to believe this. I don't know the last time we saw a healer with your powers, and I think I'm guessing Nova. She's doing it. I'm not gonna take away from her powers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a conduit, really. But if I were you, you got those folks with magical injuries that are hard for me to unwork. But you could probably get with like the other folks who are big into fireballs and stuff, like the regular magic nerds, and they'd probably help with that. I would do that. And then I know we have alchemists, so it's weird that I didn't see any healing potions in there really. So I'd probably get with them too.
We've just not had a lot of success in keeping I'll be honest, most of our K&G, the members here, when they're out in the field and they get hurt, they die from the injuries. They don't ever make it back here. So we don't have a big ward because of that. So most of our stuff's bumps and bruises from the magic that the students are trying to learn.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We support the local area too, though, don't we?
Well, no, not really.
Huh.
And he kind of whispers like, trying to keep this place under wraps as possible. And so putting yourself out in the limelight helps to take away some of the, intrigue for people to dig further. And so if we look just like a school and we provide a service that people appreciate, well, then they're willing to just kind of leave it at that. But I would say if you're willing to kind of help beef up our medical aspect, we could put you in charge over here and give you a team to take care of stuff like that. Does that interest you at all?
I just don't know what I would be able to really offer. I'm not like a smart guy. Like, I'm not gonna really be able to lead a team or do anything
care
like
about
that.
People?
Yeah, of course.
So do we all. That's our top objective. Care about people, take care of their injuries, get them back to a normal state of life as best as possible. I think if you have that in mind, and it seems like you certainly do, you came here of your own accord. I think maybe you don't have the knowledge that some other people have with you said, what alchemists and whatnot, but I feel like you could serve well to direct those people, and maybe you can learn something on the way, but I don't know. Look, give it some look. I just feel like this is an opportunity that's been put in front of us here, and we should do our best to seize it.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. We can talk about it some more tomorrow when I stop by.
All right. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow then.
See you tomorrow.
And as you walk away, like, you see people like you're like Elvis Presley.
Actually, nobody walks away because everybody leaves.
Do what?
I said, actually, nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Wait, what? Everyone saves?
Everybody
No one walked away because they're...
I don't know. You don't walk away from the deal because the prices are so good. Nobody walks away because everybody's... It's like a...
I thought you were saying because you saved everybody, like no one had to leave, no one's dead. I didn't get it, I'm sorry.
That's fine. It was a bad joke.
You have a nice beard.
Thank you. I can't stop touching it.
I know. One thing we love at Lawful Stupid, among the other things we love at Lawful Stupid, is spreading the word about your business. Or maybe you want to tell your sweet, sweet grandma that you love her for the world to hear. We want to give you that chance. If you're a business and want to get your services on the air, or just want to tell a loved one a personal message, head on over to lawfulstupid.org/message in a bottle. There you can take around 250 words to say what you want. Business ads are $20, personal ads are $10. Tell the world what you have to hear with Lawful Stupid's Message in a Bottle. As you leave, I don't know, where do you want to go next?
I don't know. What's on the docket?
You want to hang up?
What time of day is it even?
It's sun is beginning to go down. It's probably like 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. 1700 to 1800 as we know it.
I don't know if this is time. I do have an errand to run.
Okay.
I have a little shopping to do.
Okay.
Did we get paid?
Yeah, so you get some credits if you want. So basically, if you have some things in mind, I'll let you know how many credits you got, based on what you want.
I would like 2 platinum rings, each worth at least 50 GP.
I don't know about all that. So the K&G has like its own kind of shop that they give you credits. So you got 10 credits each, which I'll have to tell the other people and they can pick their stuff off air. But you get 10 credits a piece, and a lot of the items are it's like 1 credit or 2 credit for items typically.
Yeah.
You want. And so it would be stuff that is like normally stocked for people. So not like rare items, more just the common stuff you can get.
Yeah, so what I'm looking for is like 2 platinum rings, each worth 50 GP.
They do not have that here.
Okay, where could I find
Unless it's like
that?
Is that like a typical material?
It's a spell
seems
component.
like it'd be a rare.
No. Platinum's just like they use it for jewelry and stuff. It's not like adamantium where it gets like special powers.
Let me see. I don't know because I have not studied at all the friggin'.
So here's
is it a common thing that you use as like a spell component? Is that what you're trying to get there?
Yeah. So there's a spell that I need to cast, and the material component of the spell is a pair of platinum rings worth at least 50 GP each, which you and the target must wear for the duration. So it's basically like when you pull out the Patara earrings, you go like, here, put this on, and then the spell activates.
Well, okay, so I'm looking at so it's a 2nd level spell.
Yes.
Okay.
What we'll refer to is.
So does it use
bond.
those rings up once you?
No, the component is not consumed by the spell unless it specifically says that. So ideally, if we're living in my perfect roleplay fantasy world, I want to get a pair of platinum rings made that when you put them together, it is like the 2 halves of a bumblebee. Because I'm gonna get because the other ring is a gift, obviously, for Miss B. So kind of like the scarab in Disney's Aladdin, except it would be fixated on like a metal band that I could give.
Let's go to the shop.
Let's go to the shop.
And we're going to bring this guy back from episodes before. I got to find this guy because I didn't even mention his name at all. This is Renfro. So you're going to go to a shop, inside the KNG, and it's down below in the headquarters, like on the below ground kind of area there. It's like right in the center. It's almost like kind of like an arcade setup where they have like a bunch of different little items set up everywhere, and then underneath those items is like, number of credits, and there's of course like one wall that's got 100, 200, 300,000 credits, whatever, and then so you've got some of your smaller items. So you walk in, and Renfro says, "Hey, welcome. Well, everybody comes in and always leaves with something. What can I do for ya?"
Hi, I'm Lucian. I'm looking to walk in and leave with something.
You're not gonna steal it, are you? Eh?
No, I'd like to pay for it.
I'm kidding. You couldn't do that anyway if you wanted. Magic. Gotta love it.
Gotta love it.
What you looking for?
Do you do like custom jewelry?
I don't do it myself, but I got a guy for that.
I'm looking to get some rings made out of platinum, and I described to him in detail the way that I would like this.
Very unique. Ring. Yeah. Okay. Let me think. And he's looking for. So what you would know now is kind of looking at your badge there to see what rank you are, and you have the Roman numeral 1.
I turn so that when you can see it better. Very considerate in that way.
Okay. How many credits you got?
I have 10 credits, sir. Sir, I have 10 credits.
10 credits. Usually 20. I charge you 20 for the 2 rings.
That's more than I have.
I got you. But, I'm a man who likes to help you out from time to time. And I run into this. You're new here, right? Yeah, your rank says you're new here.
I am.
Okay. Let's do this. I can loan them to you. Thing is, I need you to shoot me straight. Next time you complete a mission, you get credits from there. I'm going to give you a loan of credits. And that doesn't say you owe me anything extra. Just know you owe me, and I'm going to go ahead and give you this thing up front.
What if I give you 10 credits and 36 gold pieces?
Kind of looks around. He's like, well, we don't really deal in gold.
well, maybe.
But
what if I pay you 10 credits and I tip you?
But I will accept a tip.
Yeah.
He says, you got a deal. Well, let me see if I gotta put that on the papers. They're gonna see that. And then if I give it a 1 ring, it's gonna look weird for the inventories. Shoot. You know what? Let's see, Jerry likes gold.
Well, I tell you what. Technically, because they combine, it's only 1 ring.
Ooh, I like the way you think. So we're gonna be doing a little. Some manual labor gonna cost me to give him some of that gold too, so he'll be happy about that. So who's checking? You know what? I retire in like 6 months anyways. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's just go crazy.
So, and he goes in there behind him and he pulls them off the shelf, hands you those 2.
He just had them?
Yeah. Well, no, he has the thing. He's going to tell you where to go to get them. You have to take them to get them made.
Sure. He's just like, here you go. My bumblebee rings. They glow in the dark.
They do exactly what you want them to do. Doesn't matter what it is. And he hands them to you, and you give them these like 10, just like a card-shaped item. The credits are, but it's like a thicker cardstock feeling type paper. And you give him the 10 credits that you've gotten. He says, "I hope that they can take care of that for you. It shouldn't be a big deal at all. Just tell them. Oh my gosh, I forgot his name. Tell them Renfro sent you."
Well, yeah, because of our deal that we've just established, I'm sure they'll be able to accommodate my order. Because if they can't, I'll be back.
And Renfro didn't send you.
I'll be back.
And I don't know you.
I'll be back.
I hear what you're saying. Thanks, kid. Hey, I hope that works out for you, and I'll see you back in here next time, yeah?
Yep. Nobody walks away because everybody saves. Goodbye.
Yeah. Nobody's in now. Now. I'm just going to keep giving you opportunities where that works. As you are walking back to your room, I guess I have one more scenario.
We will get to that in just a second, but
Okay.
I hope the next scenario in which I get to say those words is, there's this malevolent spirit of the forest, and it's trying to make your group, like go into a daze and wander off. But everybody made a roll higher than 12, so nobody walks away because everybody saves.
That reminds me of you sending us into the forest.
Yeah, remember when I did that? That was
Yes.
fun.
Because everybody said. You're headed back to your room, and you pass by. Maybe you've gone out to the grounds to kind of kick around a little bit.
Yeah,
and
for
there
sure.
is on a bench there 2 gnomes kicking their legs out in front of but you can hear them loud voices, like back and forth, pointed words. And as you walk in front of them, they go, "Hey, you!"
Yeah. Yes.
And you notice that they have like the K&G logo there. They have their rank removed, but you see the shield. Hey, we're kind of having a problem here. We need you to help us with. I think. Oh, this is my wife, Ket, and I am Nero. And she's like, yeah. No one cares about your name. Just get on with it. Yeah. So we're having this argument, and we just need an outsider's perspective.
Oh,
Just a minute.
okay.
Just a minute. All right. So we've been together probably a year. It's been a year and a half. I think we're getting pretty serious. We are serious.
How
And,
many days has it been?
I don't know. It's like 365 days plus 180 in there. So I'm not real good at math. It's a year and a half. Why does the days, sir? Anyways, listen up, kid. You listening?
Oh, no, it's I'm listening.
So she wants, in her town, there's a thing called the Fairy Festival. And her people go and they do it every year. They celebrate this thing where, fairies used to bless the land. And so that's why all their food is grows up and it's so delicious and everything. Well, where I came from, we had that same ceremony, but nothing ever happened. And so we grew up poor. And I didn't know that about her. She came from the other side of the fairy tracks. And so now she wants me to go and celebrate with her and her family at this event that's a spit in the face to my people. I tell her that I shouldn't have to go. She says I need to get over it. What do you think? Yeah.
What you're asking for is a little help from a higher power.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you want a higher power, fairies, air quotes. You want them to come and bless your crops and make them grow strong and to bless you, right?
Well, I mean, not anymore, but I mean, that would have been nice as a kid, yeah, to not have to worry where your next meal's coming from.
I know it. See, it is useless and pointless and worthless and even a little bit rude to ask these fairies to give you strength and bounty when there are gods that you can pray to that will actually do that and are real and perfect.
I told you the fairies are a joke anyways. They're not,
So-
and they provided for us for all of our lives.
Well, that sounds like heathen talk, and I wouldn't do heathen talk within crusading distance if I were you.
What are you even talking about?
I'm just saying, sounding pretty sacrilegious over here.
Maybe we shouldn't have asked him. No, he sounds pretty right about it. Keep going.
Sound pretty right about it, so just saying that maybe if you keep doing what you're doing, somebody's going to multi-class come back here and smite you. And I don't want to do that.
Okay, well, besides the fairies, I mean, is it right for her to expect me to go?
Oh yeah, you should. It sounds like it's a lot of fun. Sounds like it's very whimsical. You can go there and you can tell everybody, here, take this book, take these pamphlets. You just hand those out while you're there.
What does this thing say? What does this say?
It says, lighten your life today, lighten your load, Lady of Light Nova, here for you.
Oh, that's a good cover. What's this? Page 2 has got a picture of what is this?
It's a candle, and you see the candle says warmth, love, guidance, and you see...
Yeah, but when I turn it over, it looks like it's still on fire. It's burning from both ends?
Yeah. You see in the darkness there, it says doubt, fear, apprehension, and the light that comes off there, it's Nova's protection. You see, because if you're in the light, you get that warmth, you get that love, you get that guidance. If you're out there in the dark, away from Nova's light, you get the fear, you get the doubt, you get the grief. You see?
Yeah, I guess I kind of get it. I mean, that's what the fairies do for us. It seems like that's...
Sir, I need you to contain your wife.
Honey, don't.
Sir,
don't
I'm gonna need to get your wife out of my country.
Listen, fella, I think this sounds all good and stuff, but I really just really was asking for the relationship stuff. But I do appreciate this, I guess. We probably won't hand these pamphlets out, so I'm just gonna give these back to you.
The answer to your question is hate the sin, not the sinner. You love your wife, you should go with her to her party.
Oh, we are not married. I don't even know if I'm ready for that. You better hurry up and get there. I'm just going to meet the parents.
Well, first impressions are important. And I want you to put your best foot forward and have a very closed mind towards these fairies, because they are.
Wait, do you mean open mind?
I mean closed. I mean very close. Humor them, but know that it is a joke.
That's what I'm telling. I like this guy. I like him a lot. And I'm feeling pretty uncomfortable now. So I think it's what. Can we get out of here? Look, you don't even have to come anymore. We'll just call it even. You can come next year. That's fine. And then as they get up to leave, he says, "Thank you. Oh, I might come visit to see Nova."
Yeah. Good call.
And they leave. And you're left with a park bench that sits in front of some water as the sun begins to set.
May the light be with you. And also with you.
And also with you. Is there anything else you'd like to do? What does Lucian do at the end of his day then? That long day.
I mean, he does what every teenage boy does. He goes back to his room. He lights up a cigarette. He sits in the dark for hours on end, just staring at the glowing ember, the glowing cherry at the end of his cancer death stick, and he just fucking questions his own existence. Yeah, so like it's dark except for the cherry of a cigarette, which he enhances with the light spell to go quite a distance. So no, he's not just chilled in the dark.
Doesn't like the dark, remember? Afraid of the dark.
Doesn't like the dark. Scared of the dark, Lucian is. But being close enough to it, it's like when you hold your hand over a candle just to see how long you can take the heat.
Takes for you to feel till it burns you.
Till you feel something again.
Oh gosh. All right, I think that, and then however long it is until Ollie falls asleep, and that's where we'll end this episode.
Hey,
everybody, thanks for listening so much.
Hey, everybody, real quick, don't smoke in bed; it's dangerous.
Yeah, because you might fall asleep and never wake up again.
Yep. Burn your whole house
hazard.
Down.
Yep.
Don't do that, unless you're a fantasy D&D character with a very good dex and con score, in which case you're allowed to.
And then go ahead, we approve.
And then go nuts. Then you could have a more obligation to smoke in bed because you can.
I mean, you'd be losing at life to not do it.
Yeah, but if you're just a human person, please don't.
Most of our listenership, I think, it's probably them. But for those of you who are centaurs listening, you should try it. Check it out.
Go fucking nuts. Go fucking nuts, centaurs.
Thanks for listening, everybody. This is the last episode in the 2-week break.
This is the last episode of Lawful Stupid.
The last episode of Lawful Stupid, period. Hope you enjoyed it all. But seriously, we should be kicking up next week with back into our continuation, and we'll be doing our first side quest with the characters all coming back together. And we're going to talk over the next week or two about what that is for them and let them figure out what they want to do. They'll need to come to a consensus. It'll be very fun.
How's Miss B going to react when Lucian gives her that ring? Guess you're going to tune in.
We need to get rings in the store. Speaking of store, if you want to go buy some of our merchandise, I love our shirts. Like the baseball tees are my favorite. That's one I would get. We also have stickers in there of our main PCs that are really cool. That was done by our very own Avon. And so you can go purchase those as well. There's some other things you can get in the store, but you go check it out at store.lawfulstupid.org. And then if you want to jump in the Discord, you can do that by going to discord.lawfulstupid.org. You know it 1,000 times. If you're somebody who's listening and you think, oh, I haven't listened to enough episodes, yes, you have. Just get in there.
There's people in there who have never listened to Campaign 1. People in there that have listened to Campaign 1 and haven't listened to Campaign 2. There's people in there that have listened to the beginnings of both and don't know the endings of either. Just come hang out.
Just come, yeah. I'd say it's more of a place to chill and like get your nerd on than really anything.
Nothing we do is going to be cool enough that spoiling it's going to take that much away from it.
No one is that invested in this show. It's good, it's fun to talk about.
We're never going to be like, oh dude, that thing that happens, that crazy twist, the surprise that happens, I'm so glad I caught that fresh. No, it's like we made a dick joke and rolled some dice. That's it. Every week
listening to it.
Good job.
And so I'm gonna. Do you want to pitch anything?
I love you.
Oh well, here's a good news story. These people saved thousands of cold stunned sea turtles in South Padre Island in Texas after that winter storm came through, and so there's a picture of just a bunch of sea turtles that they released into the Gulf Coast, and there was 2,500 that they returned home.
It's interesting. I'm not gonna do the thing that we normally do here because I don't want to. It's interesting that early man had to have looked at a turtle and thought, "That's a god," because it lived forever.
Sure.
Like you're like that turtle. That turtle was here before me. That turtle will be here after me. It'll be after my kids. Like this turtle is immortal. It is our god.
It's our Myrtle.
It's our Myrtle.
Immortal.
It's a Myrtle.
We love you.
Oh my god, I'm a Myrtle.
There's a Myrtle. Love you. Bye.
Bye.